What is a pleasant good evening from this cozy studio here in Congo Town, where Intel Sports is located. And welcome to Sports Talk on this rainy, very wet Monday evening, but it is still a beautiful day. Today is the 10th day of June, and this I'd like to welcome you to tonight's edition of the program Sports Talk right here on Intel Sports. The show is live on our Facebook feed, and we're also live on SATCON Channel 8, and then we are on our YouTube page live as well. So you can follow Sports Talk via these links. That's Facebook, SATCON Channel 8, and of course, Intel Sports YouTube channel. My name is Trojan. I'm the real Ronaldo, and I'll be joined by Chris Walker. He's going to be my co-host on tonight's edition of the program. And coming up, we shall be, of course, winding down our analysis on the national teams. I'm talking about the under-17 female national team that was beaten by her Nigerian counterparts at the SKD Sports Complex yesterday evening by a score of 4-1. And then the senior national team of Liberia, presently in Morocco, where they went to honor the 2026 World Cup qualifiers. That's Africa Group qualifiers against Sao Tome and Principe. And so those are the analysis we'll be giving about both games, both sets of games, if you may. Exactly for the under-17, what happens next? We know there is a return leg match to be played in a week's time in Nigeria, but with the score line at 4-1 and looking at the experience of the Nigerians, what's next after the Nigeria match? What's next for our under-17 team? What should be done? How should they be kept together? What should be the plans in order for them to continue so that the build-up stage or the development stage of their careers can continue so that we have a better senior national team in the future? We'll be looking at those analyses here. And then with the national team, now that we will not be playing World Cup qualifier until next year, I think March 2025, when we will be playing Tunisia in Tunis. What do you make so far of the team's performances since Mario Marinica and his team took over? Liberia has played 4 international competitive matches, and we've won 2 and drawn 2, lost none, conceded 1, scoring 3 goals in the process. Of course, the 2 wins we had were away from home. We also drew 1 match away and drew 1 match at home. A lot of people are saying that Mario is not playing beautiful football. So should it be about the beautiful football or the results, or should it be a combination of the two? So those analysis plus more will be coming out here tonight on Sports Talk on Intel Sports. Like I said, Chris Walker will be joining me, and also joining me will be Ephraim, our panelist from Sweden, a regular panelist. We also hope to be joined by Edwin Boy Dolo and Fatumata Bairi Jairi. They're supposed to join us from their various bases right here on the show as well. And we are also trying to get in contact with Anthony Kwekwe, there in Morocco with the senior national team to tell us exactly what's happening from the camp as the team we've now learned is preparing to play the under-23 side of Morocco in a friendly match. What do you think? Today, that is you, our viewers, will be opportune to call on the show and give your own view as to issues relative to the under-17 and the senior national team. We will pin the WhatsApp number on the screen that you can call us, and of course, you will be live for the first time on Sports Talk here on Intel Sports. So we take a very short break. When we come back, we will get the show on the road. Welcome back to it right here, Sports Talk on Intel Sports. I'm Trojan Kiazulu, alias the real Ronaldo. Shortly, I'll be joined by Anthony Kokwe from South Africa. Before Ephraim joins us, we've just gotten news that the team, the Lone Star of Liberia, will be playing against the Olympic team of Morocco in a friendly match, and of course, other things around the team. Since he's with the team, I think he can be able to better inform us about how things are right now with the team. But first, before Tony comes on, we are still awaiting our other sets of panelists to join us. Okay, so, but before they do, we will bring you later on highlights of the game, Sao Tome Principe versus Liberia. But first, let's talk about what happened on yesterday at the SKD Sports Complex. Let's talk about the under-17. You know, we came very close to qualifying for our first ever World Cup final in any category. Of course, the under-17 team, after eliminating Senegal, still has, in fact, an uphill task. You want to call it a mountainous task of going past the under-17 side of Nigeria. Well, let's say it is an excuse or what have you, but let's be realistic. Where Nigeria now is, it will take us several light years to get there. How do we know we've made progress? Of course, we overcame Senegal, a giant as well in youth football in Africa. We got past them. And then we had another mountain, or we have another mountain in front of us, this time Nigeria. And for the records, Nigeria, this particular under 17 side of Nigeria, they've never missed a World Cup final at the under 17 level but once. Since the under 17 games started way back in 2008, only one time Nigeria was not there, and that was in 2018. So aside from that, Nigeria has always been present at the under 17 World Cup final. So going past then, of course, is an uphill task. They won us 4-1 here, and thanks to all of those who trunched the SKD Sports Complex on yesterday to cheer the girls to victory, but unfortunately they were defeated. And I know all of us were sort of downhearted, right? But let us at least take something positive from the defeat, the experience, the fact that these girls are growing, all right? This is the developmental stage, and that's why youth football is important. It's not so much, we say it usually, until we can get at that level where we'll be competing against the likes of Senegal, Nigeria, Mali, and all of those other countries that are up and running, Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia. You know, with youth football, we can only say that at least we are seeing something that once we continue in this vein, in this step, in this direction, of course, we will reap tomorrow. Now, for me, what I think and believe is that if we must get there, emphasis must continue to be placed on youth football at any level, whether male or female. If Liberia must take the next step, that next step must start with us continuing with the youth activities, the grassroots activities around our football. I said this the other time, there is nowhere, absolutely nowhere, that you will build from the top. I've not seen that before, and I'm sure you haven't seen that before as well. We don't build from the top. We build from the bottom. We've made this mistake in the past where we only concentrated on the senior national team, not caring, what happens after a certain group of players fade out. What happens? What are the plans for the grassroots for football development? It is stages. It is not an event. It is a process. All right? And so we are now starting to see a semblance of that progress where we have an under 10 competition ongoing where players have now been selected. We now have an under 12, under 15, under 17, under 20, and then up to the senior national team. If we're talking about the Olympics, of course, we also need to have an under 23 team. Like Liberia, we'll talk about that once Anthony Kokwe joins us. Is going to play the Olympic side of Morocco, and that's an under 23 side. So we will, definitely to form part of the show tonight. So let me just join Kokwe. Tony, good evening from Rabat, I guess.
Yep, you got it right from Rabat. Good evening, Trojan. Good evening to the many viewers out there, both in and out of Liberia. It's a pleasure once again joining your broadcast live from Rabat, Morocco.
And let me say thanks. This, I mean, I don't know how to describe you. I mean, with less than a minute's notice, despite your tedious assignment, you were able to spare us this time on the show. Thanks a lot. Uh, how are the lads? How are the boys following yesterday's match?
Well, they are all doing fine, and everyone on the camera is okay. We have few players that are suffering from fatigue, and there are some who are not just faring well, so may not form part of tomorrow's game. And moreover, tomorrow's game is also an opportunity for some of those players who didn't have the opportunity to play the two matches, to play during the two matches, so that tomorrow they can have that opportunity to also play a game before returning home. So they will be taking on the National Olympic team of Morocco tomorrow. So as we speak, the team just returned from their evening training sections at the Fit Union Sports training page, a first division club here in Morocco, based in Rabat, where they have about 3 to 4 pages. So we were given one of those pages this evening to train on. So they completed the evening training session, and
Are you
by
there?
now they are about to go for dinner.
Oh, seems like
Are you getting me?
Tony. Are you getting me?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Okay. So now this is what we played yesterday and in South Africa against Namibia, and then yesterday against Sao Tome and Principe was in the World Cup 2026 World Cup qualifiers. And I understand we'll
Mhm.
not be playing our next match in this particular qualifier until next year, March, when we play
Yeah,
Tunisia.
yeah. The next two matches are
Okay,
both home
so
matches for us.
oh, the next two matches will be home matches.
Yeah, against Tunisia and Sao Tome.
Oh, okay. So what is Mario Marinica's plans? Because his mandate is, of course, to see us through to the Cup of Nations, and qualifying for the World Cup is an uphill task, which is something that people might say, is difficult to achieve, especially with this short time of him taking over. So, what are his plans concerning participating in these qualifiers, and of course his mandate in the AFCON qualifiers?
One is basically to get the leader support, the necessary support, and also get the opportunity where perhaps the team can be able to go for a training camp and then play more friendlies, where you can be able to invite other players who uh, have missed out on the past games and then get to know some of them and then have more time with the local players that he's trusting as well. Because with that, you have a huge pool of players that you have a very huge tax to select from because you have seen all of them play, you have played several friendly matches, and with that, the players now are now in their numbers, and then it becomes quite difficult, but also important for you as a coach because you will be able to select players from those numbers to make up a very strong squad going into the AFCON qualifiers. Because right now, as you can see in the ongoing World Cup qualifiers, where Benin just defeated Nigeria, you just can't overlook any opponent. So every game is very important, even though the World Cup qualifiers or the World Cup was not is not one of his mandates to qualify us. But however, he's targeting finishing second if we can finish as winners of the group, because that's a very difficult task looking at the teams that we do have within the group. However, I mean, it's the game of football. Once you prepare better, once you go out there with that mindset of winning, I mean, there's the possibility exists that you may be able to get all of those points from those games. I mean, not many expected that the team was going to settle to a one or draw against Namibia after defeating South Tome in the preliminaries of the AFCON qualifiers. I mean, Namibia is a very good side, way better than us, but yet and still we were able to settle to a one or draw against them and even made more attempts on goal more than them and play against Tunisia on yesterday. they drew with Tunisia, and Tunisia didn't have a shot on target. So that tells you the game of football. I mean, sometimes the unexpected things happen. So his plans to ensure that he gets more support in order to play more friendlies, in order to perhaps have a training camp where he can be able to evaluate players and then come over for a very strong squad that will compete in the AFCON qualifiers to see that Liberia qualify for the next AFCON that will be here in Morocco.
Beautiful. There are some who are saying, well, we've watched Mario, he's played 4 games, no defeat. But they're saying, Tony, that we still not see the Liberian style of play. Beautiful football, passing football. So they are like, yes, the results are good, but the team is not playing beautiful game. What has been Mario's own reaction to those kinds of thoughts coming from the public?
Well, like I always said, when Mario took over, I mean, he emphasized that, or he stated that he watched all of the past games and he realized where we made those mistakes from. So that's why he doesn't like for teams to build up from within the defense, because whenever we players are given that opportunity or that freedom to maybe possess the ball and then build up from the defense and move forward, we always make those mistakes that lead to the opponents capitalizing on it to conceding goals. Because all of our passing, if you take notice, that's how we consider our goals. It's very difficult for our opponents to build up from our defense through the midfield, and then the final attacking third before getting a goal, unless we made those terrible mistakes that result to a goal. So his focus is making sure that we get those results, and his plan is also for us not to concede. Just conceded in the game against Namibia and against Sao Tome, didn't concede. I mean, yes, I mean people want to see the beautiful football. People want to see us possessing the ball. But what if we do all of those things and then don't get the points that will take us to the the upper part of the table that will see us qualifying for competitions? I mean, how do we qualify for those competitions? And sometimes there are also challenges associated with these games that people don't see from the back. The only thing they see is the team going on the field there to play. I mean, the team travel, like Coach Mario saying in his interview that I did and posted on the page. I mean, it's like traveling half of the world to get to Morocco, where we had to go to Abidjan, sleep, transit, and then the next morning get on another flight, stop in Kinshasa, stay from there, go to South Africa. I mean, you have to drive a couple of minutes to the stadium. I mean, you need those things to be done properly, smoothly, so that I mean the players themselves will have that opportunity to play better football, because we see other counterparts where they have charter flights, but for us we don't have those resources, so it's also challenging. So those are things we also take into consideration going into these games. And however, the fact is the results are coming, and yes, some will say we haven't yet met up with tough opponents, but that's the game of football. That's how the draw went. And once those games come against tough opponents, like Mario always does, he doesn't go for the exact style of play or maybe an exact formation that he uses in all of his games. He come up with a formation, a style of play based on how the opponents can play, how they do attack, how they do defense, and then carry drill the players through those video analysis as to how they should go about playing those games. So at the end of the day, that's how the team goes. It's also boils down to the player themselves. Yes, the coach doesn't want you to do better from the defense. The coach doesn't want you to take risks with the ball within your own half. But as a player as well, you need to have that self-confidence. You need to have that technical skills when it comes to controlling your own ball. So it's not because the coach doesn't want it. So every ball you just make decisions that people don't expect you to make. I mean, you won't see such play from Samson Dua. You won't see it from Oscar Dolly, because those are players that have been through it. They play in the local league here. Now they are abroad, enjoying their career. So they have been trained to professional coaches. So at the end of the day, you just can't see them blowing ball as maybe you want them. Others will see others players doing. Yes, we have local players, and those local players are the ones that are available that the coach thought it was to use, because he had more time with them during those training sections, and then giving them the opportunity as well, because that's something we didn't see from past coaches. The past coaches use about 75 to 80% foreign-based players, and the local players were not given the opportunity. And we all yearn here for that opportunity for the local players themselves to be given the opportunity to play. And now we are seeing it, and they are getting those results. Yes, it may not be uh, the result are coming, but the football, the style of play, or the beautiful game we want to see may not be seen. But at the end of the day, those players are also getting the experience. And as time goes by, I mean, we could see something better than what we are playing right now, and also getting the result at the same time.
That's great. Now, the players, let's just talk a little bit about the players themselves. They go through this grueling sessions with Mario. Some of them may be accustomed, some of them may not be accustomed to it. And Mario's style of play is run, 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 and keep running. So, are they complaining? Are they okay with it? Or are they just moving along since find ourselves here? Let's just do it.
Well, honestly, some are moving along with it, some are adapting, and some are complaining as well because it's not possible that you have everyone on the team satisfied with the start of play or maybe the instruction of the coach. But that's a game of football, and once the coach gives the instruction, you must be able to go out there and do exactly what the coach says, and using your own technical know-how as well as a player. So if I, as a defender, go out on the field and because the coach doesn't want me to take those risks within the defense, I mean, not every ball will just blow in the air and then kick it where opponent will be able to possess it. If I'm playing a long ball, I should be very accurate with my long passes that my teammates will be able to collect and then move on. So, I mean, you won't have everyone satisfied with the coach style of play. However, there are others on the team that are also quickly adapting to it, especially some of the local players who have been entrusted by the coach. So some are adapting to it. And as time goes by, the more games they play against tough opponents, against opponents of their same level, I mean, they will be able to adapt to the coach style of play, and then we could get those results and at the same time see beautiful football.
So, when will the team be wrapping up its activities in Morocco and heading back home?
Well, tomorrow the game is scheduled for 5 p.m. GMT, and at that time it's going to be 6 p.m. here. So, like I said, the match is for those players who haven't had the opportunity to play during the last two games to be able to play before returning home. And even this evening training session, Samson Doe, Oscar Dolly were not part, and Sheikh Sisse, he got a bit of cold from yesterday, so he wasn't also part of today's training section. So we could see other players who didn't feature in the last two games will be the ones playing in tomorrow's game. And after that, the team will be wrapping up to depart Rabat, Morocco to head straight for Liberia.
Okay, Tony. Probably something we might have left out because I know you're gone. So, just a touch on just
Well,
before we leave.
well, I'd just like to say thanks to Liberians, both home and abroad, who have been supporting the team. And yes, there are others who are still criticizing as well. We do appreciate all those criticism. I mean, because without those criticism, you will know exactly where you have faults or where your weaknesses lie. So at the end of the day, you will use those criticisms to be able to build up. And that's something the players individually as a team and also the technical staff, the coaches and his background staff are all taking into consideration. Mario is one person I can tell you for a fact that goes on social media and reads these comments on the Liberia Football Association page, on other bloggers' pages as well, to know exactly what the Liberians are saying, how they feel like. And then he also uses those things to build up and learn from them. So it's not bad to be critical of the team because everyone wants to see the team succeed, even the coach himself, regardless of the start of play. I mean, his aim is to make sure that the team gets the result and then so we can be able to qualify for those competitions. So it's all about ensuring that we all see the national team, the Lone Star we love and cherish so much, qualifying for these major international competitions that we can all travel to cheer the team at these levels or these competitions that we all yearn for because they have been quite a long time. And we can only do that with the support from each and every one of us as supporters, as stakeholders as well, to ensure that the team succeeds. And then we also see as Liberians.
Okay. Finally, it just caught on. So, the AFCON qualifiers, when do we kick off?
Well, hopefully September, as we have been told, the draw perhaps will be here in October. But I mean, this is CAF. Sometimes we see the changes in some of these dates because you have several competitions that FIFA also coming up with or FIFA also have. So at the end of the day, some of it may be conflicting along with the dates and calendar. So the possibility also exists that CAF 2 executive committee will be may postpone or change the time for the upcoming AFCON qualifiers. So but hopefully, as for now, we stick our mind on September. So as for the World Cup qualifiers, we're not playing any other game now until 2025 March, where Liberia will have two home matches against Tunisia and Sao Tome.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Tony.
Thank you,
Okay,
Georges.
so all right, Anthony Kwekwe, He's the media man with the team in South Africa. They're taking out this time to, of course, throw light on activities around the senior national team there. So before we go further, it seems like we will just bring you a highlight from yesterday's match, Sao Tome and Principe versus the Lone Star of Liberia. Let's take a look at the highlights. Okay, so joyous moment. Of course, that was the goal. Started with a foul on Sangare, Mo Sangare, and I'm sure he was making one of those runs where he unleashed that deadly left foot of his, but he was fouled in the process, and the resulting free kick led to Liberia scoring through Sheikh Sisse, who had just come on. So you call that a super sub that went on and did the damage. And like the commentator said, well, we left the best for last in that match. So we are at a position now that, of course, third in the group, and we play Tunisia and Sao Tome next. So it's difficult, and like I said, we're not counting. We want to put in our best. We're going to do everything. We just hope that the managers of the Lone Star, together with the owners of the Lone Star, will do all they can so that we can take advantage of these windows that will be opening, FIFA windows that will be opening, so that we play friendly matches when there are friendly matches supposed to be played before going into these competitions. Because for every FIFA window, I know it's not going to be now, the Euros will be coming on. I think it's starting Friday. So there will not be any, there may not be any FIFA window open as long as the Euros has been played. So following that, I'm sure there will be a couple of matches before the leagues across Europe resumes. So hopefully Liberia, we can take advantage of those FIFA windows, play more friendly matches that will prepare us for the competitions. And like Kokwe said, hopefully by September, we would know exactly who we will be meeting, the teams that will be in our group for the AFCON qualifiers. And out of this, for me, the World Cup qualifiers, out of it is being used to prepare the team for that African Cup of Nations qualifiers. Because I too think it is about time we go to our third Africa Cup of Nations finals. We've been there twice, but it's been a long time coming that we've not been there. All right. The last time, just last year, we came very close, one step close. We only needed a draw to go there, and South Africa frustrated us. So this time around, we're starting all over, new technical people. And of course, so far, the beginning has been good relative to results. For a very long time, we have not seen any occasion where Liberia played full matches, competitive matches, without a defeat. It's been a while now since that happened. I think we can go as far back as the George Weah 11 to make, some comparison with what is happening now. Like drawing with Namibia, for example, the last time Liberia played Namibia away, of course, we drew with them, and that was a George Weah 11. And this team has also done similarly, drawing with them as well. So our hope is to qualify definitely for the AFCON. Any other thing coming after will be a bonus, but I think Mario himself knows that he got to use these competitions, especially the World Cup qualifiers and probably some other friendly matches that will come along the way to prepare his team for his mandate, and that is the Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers. All right. So I think we should be joined by one of our co-panelists from Sweden, Ephraim. He should be joining us this evening on the show so that we could be making some more analysis on what to expect from our boys and the under 17 team as well. Now, let's go back. I will be opening up the lines. We'll pin the number on the screen shortly so you can see, because we want your participation as well as Liberians, so that your voices can be heard as well, so that you tell us exactly what do you think, what should the FA and the government do relative to this football development program that will see our youth play and be kept together so that they can make that transition to the senior national team. That is how the chain works. If you see in other countries that are succeeding, of course, they have this chain, a factory like that is working. You come from this stage, you get to the next stage, you come from the next stage, you go to the other stage until you get to the senior national team. Then you see the results as they will be coming. And like we said, since 2008, this Nigeria side has always been at the FIFA Under 17 Female World Cup Finals. The only time they were in there was once, and that was back in 2018. So you see how long they've been in this. They've been in this. For us, we're just starting, but we came very close. So the next attempt, of course, you can, and I'm hearing that the Under 17 FIFA World Cup Finals is going to be an annual thing. So next year we'll be here again. This experience is now all going to Nigeria, but we can't expect much now. I mean, realistically speaking, they won us here by 4-1. We're going to play in Nigeria. Let's be realistic. We can't expect much, all right? But I'm sure the lads will learn a whole lot. They will learn and gain from the experience that they can use in their development to the next stage. And that is very, very, very key. Very, very, very key. And so now that we are realistically out of the under 17 competition, but our hope is pinned on our senior national team, especially to qualify us for our third AFCON finals. With the World Cup, there are lots of suggestions. Let me read some of them. Some people are making inquiries. When we of course, open lines, you can be able to call them. Valentine C. Patmo is asking, what are the chances for the senior national team to qualify for the next stage of the World Cup qualifiers? I think Elabi Gayu sort of tried to answer. He says, we need to win 3 more games for our path to be clear, which seems very difficult to me. Jan Flomo says he's watching from Sanikole City, Nima County. Small, we will get there one day. Keep the courage, he says. Of course, good evening, Hilary Johnson. Hilary, if you can join us, we want to openly thank you, Hilary. So if you can join us on the show, maybe I will send you the link so that, Hilary, you can join us. Hilary B. Johnson, you are the president of the fan club of Liberia. So maybe you can join us on the show. Roland Kwe Masakwe, he said he's asking how much our players are being paid. I'm sure that, well, there's not something that we know, but especially for the senior national team, they will be given per dime. And of course, yeah, I'm sorry. Leah Ben says he's watching from Pinsville. Jan Flomo is watching from Sanikole City. Eddie Santiago Solari Sapro, he says, good evening, Intel. Thank you for bringing us the game yesterday. Okay. Albert K. Kume, he says he's watching from Pinsville as well. And of course, the number is now being on the line, on the screen there. You can call us now if you want to, so that we hear from you out there as well. And the number +231 775 505069. And it's on WhatsApp. You need to call us on WhatsApp +775 505069. Again, +775 505069. Let's hear from you, Liberians, as it relates to your team and how you see them. What is it that you expect from the owners and the managers of the team going forward? What do we do in preparing our sides for these competitions? So you can call us now. Francis Zakai Hayat, he says he's watching from Abuja, Nigeria. So Francis, thanks for joining us. But the numbers, the number is on the line. It's pinned on the screen. Anybody who wants to participate on the show can call us to tell us exactly, their thoughts, what their thoughts are relative to the senior national team's participation. 4 games so far under Mario Marinica. Of course, we've won 2, drawn 2, lost none. Of course, we've scored 3 goals and conceded 1 goal under Mario Marinica. That's a senior team. Of course, our under 20 female side participated in the WAFU competition, and we were eliminated. But let me take this score right here coming in on the program this evening. Oh, he's calling on video. Wow. Okay, let me just take him. But he's on video. I think you should call us on audio. But let's just take him. Good evening.
Okay.
Yeah, I think just call us on audio, please.
Okay.
Yeah, instead of the video, just call us on audio so that we can have you live. All right. So yeah, because the feedback will be terrible. You not coming in studio, so it will be terrible. But you can call us on audio rather than video. Okay, so okay, so let's take this call. Oh, it's slip off. Is this LRB guy USA? Don't underestimate any team because our team is not that strong. All right. Okay. So DJ Sporting is now on. Why I take this call and they bring DJ Sporting on. Let me take this call. Why DJ Sporting come on? All right. Good evening.
Evening, Trojan.
All right. So just tell us your name and where you joining us from.
Okay, my name is Eddie Santiago Solari. I'm calling from Barcelona, Spain.
Okay, from Barcelona, Spain. Anyway, you're talking to the real Ronaldo of Real Madrid because but Solari,
Yeah,
how are you, my man?
fine.
And how is
You know-
Barcelona, Spain? How is
Yeah, cool.
all right?
Yeah, just football, and football.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us your thoughts on the national team. What do you want to see going forward with Mario Marinica at the helm?
Yeah, all of our teams that participated, I follow Inter. I was even recognized by Inter Sport because I follow football a lot. I football back home, but it was third division level. But I follow the teams, and even here with my friend, when the team is playing, I encourage him for us to watch Lone Star play in all of our teams. For the girls, the first day, all of our females team that participated, they won for the Wafu and no one that played yesterday. They are brilliant team that we need to keep together. Because here in Europe, you see those girls playing that don't even kick ball correctly. They stay encouraged them to play. Every Sunday you go to the field, you see them practicing. Almost every day, they wake up early to go and practice. So from what I saw from our girls, because I watched women football back home, then they didn't start up like that. Those guys are starting on a very good path that we need to motivate them. Anybody that lost sport need to support them. And for our national team, those guys are doing well. We say thank you to the coach. We need to encourage our coach. The coach need to bring in more force. Like you saw the guy they brought yesterday. He traveled from a club team camp to go and get the win for Lone Star. So the coach need to encourage more people. The team is doing well. But one thing the team lacking is that they should know the time that this game is in our hand. We need to win. They lack that ability to know at a particular time. With Namibia, when they got a goal, they had that ability to win that game. But they didn't take notice that, okay, this game we can win the game. Because they got one goal, they went and sit back to see the team draw. So Lone Star need to increase their effort, their tempo when it comes to playing, especially when they get an equalizing goal, they need to put more time. But the coach is doing well, the team is doing well, and we be behind our team, we support our team. Like my man, he laughed at my team, he laughed at my country yesterday, and today Nigeria lost 2-1. So, against them BO5, 4-1 yesterday, and today I want to check the score. Nigeria, their senior team lost. So I think we are better than them.
But let me ask you this question, Solari. There are folks who say, of course, although yes, Mario has not been defeated, but the football he plays is not beautiful. What do you say?
You people, Trojan, there are some things people don't understand. You follow football a lot. Myself, I'm a Real Madrid fan. When Madrid plays, how do you call it? City, both leg. Madrid start playing in the first leg when they needed to go to score goal, but they knew the team they were playing against, so they changed the tactic in both games. They were looking for a result because all Madrid needed was to go to the final. When you people hosted Mario Marinica, he told you all like bro, like he said it. LeBron needs to win game and stop losing game. If you really listen to him when you hosted him,
Sure.
he said LeBron needs to win game. LeBron, he want a team that will stop losing game, stop conceding goal. These are the things he's working on first. Once that mentality is there to win, the next thing you put in the player is to play ball around. So they don't just start playing like Barcelona. Firstly, they win and start winning. Once that winning mentality is there, they will change. LeBron people, once you can dribble, you can score. Like some of all who were playing, we were not a dribbler then, so nobody considered us to be player because we were playing in defense. Once you can dribble in LeBron, you can score. People can jeer at you to say, "Oh." Then you saw the girls who they were leading them 4-0 yesterday, but because someone blocked someone with the ball, and the stadium were cheering where the team was down 4-0. So that's the kind of style that Brent pulled off. And these are the same people that will complain that the team is now winning.
Okay. All right, my brother. Yeah. Thanks a lot for joining us. And of course,
thank you so much for taking my call. And I want to say thank you to Intel Sport. You people are doing well. We are far away, but we feel like home, and we are following everything back home. And let's encourage our girls that you people are the big voices when it comes to sport. You encourage your guys to keep those girls there in camp. That team, the girl, those children can be senior player anywhere in the world because once cats fight into all the girls, they are going international because the kind of football they play at that age is exceptional.
Okay, my brother. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you so much, Choja.
All right. Okay, so that's Santiago Solari. Well, you heard his name there, so it means, well, he does. But let's see if we can bring on, you can call us. Of course, the number is pinned on the screen. You too can call us. But we can bring in, we are Ephraim DJ Sporting, that is all the way from Sweden, who is one of our regular panelists on the show right here this lovely Monday night from the city of Monrovia. We are, good evening.
Good afternoon, children. How are you?
Look at it, boy. After 7 a.m., it doesn't mean good afternoon.
I mean, I said good evening, my man. What's going on?
Okay, so I know you just off from work, you're tired, but this is your passion. This is what you live for, of course. So I'm glad that you can join us, despite the fact that you are a bit tired after working. But my man, I'm happy that you could join us this evening. 4 games, but let's start up with the under 17 first. Nigeria, as we all expected, though we had to cheer the girls, we had to motivate them, but Nigeria did what in Wally we expected them to have done with our under 17 team, beat us 4-1. What are your thoughts going forward with the under 17 team that are realistically, effectively eliminated from this competition?
First thing we'll say, we appreciate that effort, and but we need to look at the long term. In Sweden, when you start coaching at grassroots level, working with 15, 14, 13 years old, and then in your Europa C lesson and D lesson, they would ask you a specific question: what would keep players in the game for a long period of time? Why some players will play for 10 years, 15 years. So Sweden is working towards keeping players in the game for a long period of time. So if we want to put that into Liberia, we'll say the FA need to look at 10 years from now, 8 years from now, 2 or 3 years from now, keep this on a 17 team. Because if you keep this team together within the next 5 years, they will be 21, 22, 23, 24, 22 years old, and a better national team. Yeah, we played against Nigeria, tough side. We got defeated at home, but we can learn from it. Listen to this Manchester United player He just joined the English national team. And Mando, the black
Mino.
mine, yeah.
Yeah.
He says something when we're not winning, we're learning. Yeah, recently, if you
Kobe
watch his
Mino.
interview, yeah, they want that he scored some important goals on Manchester's United this season. So that's it. If we are not winning, we are learning. But if we are winning, and we are developing. So I think we need to focus on development. We need to keep them together, long-term project. Maybe if we miss this World Cup, we can get to the under 20. You never know. But once our projects are right, then we'll keep working on it. We should know there's no time to give up, no excuse. We got defeated. Take it to the next round, play, enjoy, have fun, come back, target the next competition.
Okay, so that's for the under 17 side. Now, the senior national team is on a journey. And in fact, the journey to the World Cup and the journey to start to the AFCON, the finals. Mario has a mandate, of course, to get us to our third AFCON finals. But Liberia has played under him 2 matches in the World Cup qualifiers that he met. And of course, after we suffered 2 defeats in our first 2 matches, fortunately for all, one was overturned. And then we grabbed 3 points out of Equatorial Guinea. What should he be doing now in order to keep this trend going? What does Mario need to do?
I think first Mario came in. I disagree with Mario from day one. When he talked about past football, I went on the other side because I'm the guy that believe in possession football. Okay, but for the past 1-2 months, I've been look at his style of play. I agree with him and I support him, and I think his philosophy, his identity is very, very clear. Because for him to play long balls in 3-5-2, he played long balls in 4-2-3-1, and getting positive results. It's difficult like Liberia to play it, and we used to conceding 2 goals, 3 goals, but now you see Liberia ending games without conceding goals. So I think his ideology is great. But the FA, they need to find money. The government, they need to find money to keep this project alive. Okay, they need to find money to keep it alive. In terms of the World Cup, I think we can finish second in that group if we are determined and Mario gets the right funding. Put Mario on the plane. Okay, then Mario be out there in Europe, going from maybe Norway down to Belgium, looking for Liberian players at top level that can come in to help him. So we need to get him on the plane. We need to help him with in technology. Okay, because look at what happened with Mark Papa. Mark Papa came, but if we have one scout will tell us that this guy is injured, he's not fit to play, he'll be back in maybe 4 or 5 weeks. And another error on my part, because I really don't follow Mark Papa, but when I heard about his he would not play, then I checking up. I said, this guy last played on the 12th of May, and he played just, I think, 11 minutes. But started the game last 11 minutes. Okay, so I think we need to empower Mario. We need to empower him. Money is very important.
You think we need information on the players before they are even sent for, every detail on the particular player, whether he's fit, whether he's not fit, what's happening with him? Is he irregular on his team? Or does it all boils down to the gaffer's decision, that is the coach's decision, to insist that I want this player, and even if he's told that this player is in this state or that state, the player should be brought?
I think the technical team, they will look at different information. When last he played, if he's injured, how long he will be back. So if you look at European football, they will sell the kind of information. If you can see the guy playing on, maybe if he play in the Premier League, definitely so you would know that this player is unfit. But from a place like Slovenia and lower countries, sports companies, they sell this kind of information. So they put it together, they put it in Wild Scout. So the Liberian FA can spend maybe 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month investing in Wild Scout. In Wild Scout, a lot of information, bro. A lot of information. You look at the detail, analyze the player, and say, okay, but I don't think we need to bring him. For example, if we want to sign a player from maybe in the German second league, we'll send scout to Germany. Okay, maybe 4 or 5 times, watching about 6 or 7 games. Then we look at his details, look at his this called this map, the heat map. Okay, where you find where the players running. You see when a guy play, they play with some kind of GPS on them, stuff like that. So information you need to buy. Information is not free. So I think Coach Mario needs that. We need to move to the next level and empower him, empower his assistant coaches, send it out there, let them look around.
We're talking about paying the people to pay them, say it's difficult. Then you bring in all that one.
But I think my Liberia should not be looking for money, man, my man. See the farmer car in that country, brother. Money in that country, you know, but I think we need to find money. That's the only way you can play football, bro. You need to find money. Football is expensive, very, very expensive. Or else we'll just be trying, and we're not getting anywhere. Yeah.
So we play a friendly match tomorrow against the Olympic side of Morocco. You think it's worth it?
Yeah, for me, strong game. We should not overlook it. Number one, Morocco will not accept defeat. Bling bling. Now, opportunity for a lot of players that Mario want to look at. For example, maybe Terry Colley, the goalkeeper from Watanga. Maybe he may start, or maybe bring in Tommy Songo. We want to see Chelsea Freeman, the coach. Want to see how you call him, Sekou Sherry, more Sekou Sherry. They want to see Musa. They want to see William Gibson. Okay, we Mark Yala, big opportunity for them, but we need to take that game very, very serious because we are going against a solid possession team. They're not running, bro. They are not running. You want to play them, they wait for you right in the middle. Morocco play with May block. Look at the national team during the World Cup. They wait for you right in the middle to win the ball and create. If they will allow us to play long ball tomorrow, I doubt it. But if we can stand up and face them and apply our long ball ideology and it works, celebrate the national team. But I think it's very, very important for them to test that team, especially those guys looking at players that miss the last 2 games, 0 minute, a man, a mark. Yeah, I need to run in and see what happened. Yeah.
But there are some who say that why should we allow our senior national team to be playing on the 23 side of Morocco in the first place?
I think it's just a training game, and the last time someone complained about this, they disappear from Lone Star. So I think any player will complain now. So, but I think we should play, man, bro. We don't have money to play big friendly games, and Morocco shows up on the 23. Remember now, a lot of players with the national team are below 23 or around that range. Just I call him William Gibson, 16, 17. Okay, if you bring in Philip Tano, 18. If you bring in maybe Kurubali, what they call his name, Nantu Swen, a lot of young players. So I think fair game. We want to call the senior national team, we want to call the home-based national team, but tomorrow Coach Mario will test his boys against Morocco. And Morocco is really bigger than us.
Yeah, sure. That's a fact. Now, a lot of faith in the local players, and looking at our local league, one would say it is not at the level that bulk of your senior national team players should be coming from. But it seems Mario is going contrary to what everyone is thinking. Instead of him, like other coaches did in the past, depend more on the foreign based players, 75, 85%, and just take about 15 to 25% from here. He's doing the exact opposite. What do you
Yeah,
think?
you need to look at Mario ideology. Okay, if I look at Mario, I look at it from the business point. The Liberian FA complaining about money. So instead of Mario waiting for one friendly game that may happen or may not, he will assemble local players and teach his ideology so they develop it faster, learning like Kemu Kamara, Nantu Swen, Philip Tano, Sabasti.
Laomi.
Now, right there, easy to teach them. Okay. So he creates this pressure for international players. If we bring four, they need to run because they know if we joke, it will be on the bench. Like Peter Wilson. Peter Wilson, you understand? We give him 5 minutes, he needs to run. You saw Peter Wilson running yesterday. I came on, I watched the game. He came in, I think, 6 minutes at the end of the game. He ran up and down, boom, 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 boom. Very good. So I believe that Mario, looking at the financial situation with the national team and how long it take Liberia to get international games, build a home-based national team and been working for him. I think he'll keep it for a long period of time, but they need more international friendlies, big opener for them, like the national team. Okay, Coach Mario used a lot of local base players, right? And bro, you know how many international agents watched that game yesterday? I know about 6 agents that watched that game yesterday. Six. And I know 2 or 3 players on over there will not play in Liberia next season. That is 100% correct. They will not play in Liberia next season. So I think Mario is doing the right thing, looking at the financial strength. May hang your coat, where hang your region, brother.
Well, the number is pinned on the screen. Plus 231 775 505069 plus 231 775 505069. Wherever you are,
Hello. I think there's some kind of technical problem with Intia Sport. Yeah, hopefully they can fix it. Think I think they need to fix it. Hopefully they will be back, but we keep finger crossed and see what's gonna happen. Yeah. I really don't know what happened with Inter Sport, so I can go off from here. I really don't know what happened to Inter Sport. I think something went wrong. Yeah, I cannot see what's happening with Inter Sport, but if you are there, if you can hear me, shout out to you guys. The okay, I think the current issue with Inter. Yeah, hopefully they get back. But if you guys can hear me from this end, just tell me in the comment section. I can hear me. I can keep talking to you guys until Inter will get back on. So that's it. Let me face my share bar. Okay, yeah. So until Intel Sport can get back, I just want to show you guys how Lone Star play. Okay, say Lone Star with the ball here, and Lone Star want to get here to score, but if we divide the page into three, here is where we're gonna do. Okay, they are back now.
Sorry, very, very sorry. We are that we went off due to some glitch with the internet. But however, we're back, and I'm sorry, and I'm thankful to you for your patience. Man, you are a true Liberian because you understand these things. If anyone who has not tasted, you know, some of these things, then they will have, oh, no, I'm going off. But I'm glad that you understand, and thanks for your patience.
Yeah, but man, like real correct, like real correct with the bill. One day I had serious thing I'm doing like bro, man. The laptop, the laptop can only
Everything
upload
well.
a current well. I never forget about that. Never. But anyway, but that's it's part of life, and hopefully one day things will get better across the country. Yeah, let's continue, bro.
We just want to inform you that it is the internet, but I think, all right, so we had this glitch with the internet, but however, we are back on. So are you getting me?
Yeah, I'm getting you.
All right. So my question before we had the glitch was, now that this team is in this particular competition,
Yeah, you're breaking in.
but we need to, start preparing for whosoever may come our way. With what you've seen so far, come September or October, when we begin the journey to AFCON 2026, do you see any signs that we're going to compete to maybe get there? Are there signs that you see with Mario and his boys currently?
The ideology is right, but I think we need, in terms of quality players, we still need to work. It's one thing to run with an amazing ideology, and another thing to run that ideology with the right players. We don't have a lot of top quality players. So if we will face countries like Nigeria, Morocco, Tunisia, one play Algeria, Ghana, Ivory Coast. There's a different ball game. Okay, if you look at Liberia, last 4 games, Djibouti, Namibia, South Tome, they are not that strong. Okay, we saw Namibian yesterday. Namibian team yesterday, they adjusted to Liberia, started play kicking the ball long as well. So we want to see the national team against Morocco on 23 tomorrow. And we want to see the full national team against the Tunisia comes next year. Hopefully this year will start African Cup of Nations qualification. Then we will say, okay, the national team with this style of play, I think we'll get this to this point, because it will be different when you face team like Ghana, well composed, mature, face team like Nigeria, as even Mali, that bring a lot of players on the French league, the Spanish league, from Portugal. So it will be a different ball game. But with this ideology and with the right players, the right mentality, a lot of preparation, I think we will ready make some headways in the qualification.
Money is a factor, isn't it?
No, money plays a major role, bro. The Bible told you money answer all things. You can't jump over it. It's not possible. Yeah, not possible. Money answers everything. So we need to find money. Simple. Because if we want to play for any game, it will be money. We're not wait for Morocco to invite us. We're not going to play 7-lane. We're not going to play Blackman Warrior. Now we need to play solid friendly games. We need to invite international players, give them opportunity, try them in different scenarios, and so it takes money.
Wow. Okay. Now let's look at overall football and its development or growth in Liberia. Is there something we're still missing? Is there something, or are we even beginning like other countries have, and where they are now? Are we even starting yet, or are we still, like somebody would say, if you look at the rankings, Liberia is one of the least countries in the world right now when it comes to football. So are we starting that progress, or what it takes to get us off the ground?
We want to start. Okay, it's like someone telling you, I really want to go to that party, man. You see him go in the kitchen, I mean, for a cinema and start washing a cinema. The next thing, I get money to pay, I'm going to go to that party. I'm a sad state, I'm going to buy a new shell. So the same situation with Liberia. Liberia, they want to attend a party, but they're not willing to spend. Because the first thing, hey, children, let's look at Liberia, right? If you check across Liberia, now you cannot point to single grass pitch, one grass pitch. Say Liberia will play Nigeria next week, they'll play on natural grass. So they need to train on natural grass in Liberia. Zero. NFA can point to one grass pitch right now to say they're taking care of just our national team. That's one. And then they come down to our different football academies across Liberia. Shout out to them. They are trying their best, but the kids, they playing on high ground. So that affects ball control. That's number one. Number two, players cannot really express themselves on gravel. Number three, in terms of education, in Liberia, the moment a guy with lesson B, you see him running to go coaching first division, second division. You need to come down, grassroots level, invest at that level, develop players development. It takes a lot, patience. So I think we need to first ask ourselves, what is football? I spoke to a club official, I think 4 or 5 days ago. I asked him, what is football? Football is part of sports. Sports is part of entertainment. The entertainment is part of business. And in business, you look for profit. So until you can break it down. So you want profit, then you need to produce marketable players. Okay. Why think to produce a Liberian player that will compete against a player that been on the academy in Holland for 6 years, 7 years. Natural talent, excellent, but football development solid. So I think we still need to go back and look at our football development. A lot of things, lot amazing from our football development. We're trying, we want to get there, but we are 4 5 years away. Yeah.
Yeah. 4 5 years away, a lot of things missing from our development plans. Of course, we've got just under 5 minutes to go. So someone is asking for the number. That's you, Philip Lawson Sukuta. And the number I've just sent to you, +231 775 505069, +231 775 505069 is the number. You can call us now because we have, like I said, under 5 minutes to go. So let me see if this is Sukuta here. No, I think it's Santiago Solari again. Yeah, just quickly. No, I think it's Santiago Solari. You have to lower your. Just quickly.
Yeah, children. I guess you were alone, and I want to ask questions to DJ Sporty.
Go ahead.
DJ Sporty, good evening, my brother.
Yeah, how are you doing, bro?
My question is, we understand that in recent times there are not many foreign players being called to the team, and there were a few players who were called, and the total number of players that were called didn't come. But in recent times, I saw Mohamed Kamara. I think if I get the name right, who is trying to establish an academy in the country there, went back home, but he was called to this same national team. And today there's no one saying anything about that Mohamed Kamara was called, and there was no concrete reason given to the coach or given to the public as to why he didn't come for the game. And then we saw him in Liberia going to open an academy. What do you make of a situation like that, my brother? You just put it.
All right. Thanks a lot. He's going to answer.
Yeah, the first thing, a lot of people send me message. I got messages, and I read through. Listen, if Mohamed Kamara wants to play for Liberia, he will play. Okay? The only time you get to know a person, if you allow them to make their own decision, then you will know if this person is committed or not. If Mohamed Kamara make his decision, hey, I want to play for Liberia, I want to commit myself to the game, I want to commit myself to Liberia, he will play. But since Mohamed Kamara started this alongside journey, it'll be disappointment. One day you agree to play, the next time you want to turn up, and one day you come, you say, oh, there was no water bottle, and you come, oh, I was not in the national, I was in the starting 11, the coach removed me from there, I go in. Listen, Nigeria, when Liberia traveled to Nigeria, you know how many Liberians depend on Mohamed Kamara? He let us down. Recently, they've been talked to him to come play. And only God knows, and Mohamed knows why. Maybe people around him. And in Liberia, people don't advise you the right way. When you see Liberian people celebrating you, you got to be careful. Liberian man will see you falling on your table. I mean, forget the people and people, not respect him and lead, blah, 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 blah. So if Liberia makes it to the Nations Cup, I don't think Coach Mario will call him. But now, opportunity there to play. He's like maybe you think 24, 25 years old. If you think that, okay, the money I'm making is okay, Nash, I owe nobody anything, good luck to him. But I don't want Liberians stressing themselves over Mohamed Kamara. The day Mohamed Kamara make a man to play, he will play. Stop chasing people, bro. Stop chasing people. Simple.
All right. So we've got just a minute to go. So I will just over to DJ Sporting to just close up so that we wrap up on this edition of the program. We are?
Yeah, I said thanks, man, bro. I think we need to stay positive and we need to keep focused, keep on the right path. And the football requires investment. Hopefully, one day we'll find that money. Need to appreciate the coach, set a new record. And to the guys in the national team, you need to steal the show, bro. Opportunity there. If you can steal the show now, the coach will find people to steal the show because I think the national team gaining attraction now, you know. So I think just keep working hard, bro, and let's be real and let us stop chasing Mohamed Kamara. So pretty much stop there, brother. Yeah.
Okay, see the main last talk. Let us stop chasing Mohamed Kamara. Okay, folks. Want to say a very big thank you to DJ Sporting, who, of course, thanks to Anthony Kwekwe as well from Rabat, Morocco, where the Lone Star just returned from their evening sessions to take on the Olympic side of Morocco tomorrow in a friendly. And then after that, the team will be jetting home to wait until probably September or October thereabout, when they will be going into the next competition, and that is the AFCON qualifiers. But meanwhile, the World Cup qualifiers will continue next year, and that will be around March. That's when Liberia will have a double dose of home games against, of course, Tunisia and Sao Tome and Principe. Let's say a big thanks to all of our viewers, those who followed us on the Facebook page, those who also watch on Satcon, and those who followed on our YouTube page as well. This program will be brought back on Wednesday. But meanwhile, for some of you out there who want to market your business, this is a perfect opportunity for you to do so right here on Sports Talk on Intel Sports. We are looking for that sponsor for this program to come in and, of course, help us as we help to promote Liberian football. You're not just going to be helping us, but you're also going to be helping yourself by selling your business right here on Intel Sports Talk. So until Wednesday, when the team will be here again, my name is